Greetings, blessed love, and a mighty royal welcome to my channel. This is I am Life and Light Productions. Just Sparks, I am your host. Pray each and every eye is well today. Mighty uprising. Yeah, man. Mighty heart of Sabbath remembrance to each and every eye. Yeah, man. Mighty heart of length going through to each and every eye. We do give thanks for another bright day, a day above ground, a day in the land of the living, you know. We pray each and every eye is up full and bright, yeah, man, and living in the light of their mind. You see it? Yeah, man. Today I wanted to reason a little more in depth on spiritual wickedness, spirituality on the whole, spiritual goodness, and what it's all about, you know. So yeah, man, give thanks once again for each and every eye that tune in to I. Yeah, man, to listen to I, reason about I. You see it? Yeah, man. So spiritual wickedness. We can start with we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers. Spiritual wickedness in high places. We Rastas say high and low places, but nevertheless in high places. Yes, right. So we have to first really overs what spirit is, then we can understand or overs what spiritual wickedness is. So spirit. Yes, right. It is written that Christ said, my word is spirit. My word is life. Yes, right? Then you see in John chapter 1, it speak about in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by the word, and without the word, there was not anything made that was made. All right? So we're talking about spirit. All right? Now, spirit is the word, yes, right? Which is the combination of light and sound. Yes, right? Light and sound is spirit. Yes, right? So, spiritual wickedness, yes, right? Which is light and sound, which is the word, which is the thought be the light, the word be the sound, light and sound, spirit, yes, right? All has to do with the thoughts them that you're having, good or bad, yes, right? Now, the reason why they say we're not wrestling against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers, spiritual wickedness in high places, is because the fight is not in the flesh. The fight is in the mind. Yes, right? The fight is in the principles that you carry, that which you hold true to yourself. The fight is in the power that people want to hold over people. You know what I'm saying? There are certain, ideologies that comes with power that they want to rule over. Yes, right? So it's spiritual wickedness, which is thought wickedness in high places, in the mind, in the first eye. Yes, right? So this is what it's all about. Yes, right? It's all about thought, the light of the mind. Yes, right? And spiritual wickedness is derived from there. So what is going on in the earth that, the system that we're fighting against, it's about principles, their principles, what they hold up, what they're living by, what they have us living by. You know what I'm saying? What is their ideal life picture? You know what I'm saying? What they see as life and living for I and I. You know what I'm saying? Which in we realize and know that it's all about gaining wealth. It's all about money. working to make money. You see? And that's what the whole system is about. You see? No matter where you go on the planet Earth, it's about working and making that dollar bill. Because without the dollar bill, there is no trading, no buying, no selling. People say they cannot survive. You see it? So when we're dealing with spirituality and spiritual wickedness, we're dealing with thought frequency, thought matter. You see, the thought that bringeth the word, the sound, the light that bringeth the sound. You see it? And we have to overs that the light that bringeth the sound, which is the word, the thought, the word, is what created all things in creation. Every single thing. You see? So it is the cause of all that we experience. Every single thing. Good, bad, and indifferent. Thoughts with words is the cause of all things. And without the thought word, nothing was made in existence. You see it? So, when they're speaking now about spiritual wickedness, you see it? And evil demons, evil spirits, negative energy. It all has to do with your thought pattern. What you're believing within self as true. What is your reality? You know what I'm saying? And your thought will reflect that very reality to you. Ask the far right if I have a lighter. Your thoughts is what is reflecting your very reality to you. You see? So if you having thoughts of entities outside of yourself that can harm you, your very thought is creating those entities outside of yourself to harm you. You know what I'm saying? So it's to guard against our thoughts, to guard our mind. That is what this whole thing is all about. Having control of the mind space. Because everything comes from there. Everything is born, grows, and is delivered through the mind. You see? So we have to realize these things. So spiritual wickedness, spirituality, all these things is not hard. It's all about your word and where you resonate within your word. You know what I'm saying? What you holding as true and what you holding as lie. You know what I'm saying? For it's all truths. You see it? And lies must be eradicated so that the truth can stand only. You see it? So when it comes now to charms and amulets and the working of what they call it, rituals to bring things and to do things. You know what I'm saying? We must understand how they're working. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all your thought pattern, You know what I'm saying? Like, I should advise them about faith and what faith is, controlled thoughts. You see? And when you speak about God, you're speaking about an action. You're not speaking about a entity. You're speaking about an action and a movement, a doing of something. So when you God, you're calling and invoking. You see it? Calling and invoking. That is what light and sound does. The spirit calls and invokes, and it has control over the elements. The elements, the wind, the fire, the water, the earth is controlled by light and sound, the spirit, which we are. So we are the controllers of reality, and we must realize this. You see? So when You're speaking about amulets and these things and rituals and all these things. We have to understand how the mind works. When someone is given an amulet, right? An amulet for protection, an amulet for attraction. Yes, right? Before they receive that amulet, they have whole heap of doubts in their mind that is having them feeling less worthy of that which they desire. Yes, right? So when they try to have thoughts of being worthy of the things they desire, a lot of doubts come into their mind and blocks it, breaks it down, so they cannot have a firm thought to stand by. So when they go and they purchase an amulet or these things, right, what they're actually doing is they're trying to gain something to help them to order their thoughts. Yes, right? Because when they get the amulet, you get the amulet for protection. You have the amulet now. Now your thoughts is not wavering, saying, well, I wonder if I'm protected, or, you have the amulet now. So your thoughts now is, now that I have this now, no evil can come to me, and no harm can happen to me. Everything is made perfect and whole. My way is made light. My way is bright. There is no hindrance in my life anymore because I am holding this amulet. Yes, right? So you see what the amulet is doing? The amulet is causing the person to put their thoughts in order and in alignment with the state that they desire to be in. Yes, right? And once we realize this, we realize that the amulet has no power. What has power is we being able to focus thought in the direction of our set desire and dwell there continually, just as if we had the amulet. We would dwell there because we will always have in our mind that we're having the amulet with us. Yes, right? If we leave the amulet home one day, as the Jamaicans say, dog, nyam your supper, a bare bad things start happen to you because your trust is in the amulet and not in the thoughts that is in your mind. That is actually doing the work. That is actually making the reality for you. But they're seeing the amulet, they're seeing the charm as what is doing it. Because they don't think within themselves, or they don't see within themselves what is really taking place. Yes, right? So what is really taking place is a point of direction. Just like with the rituals, it's a point of direction to order your thoughts in the way of your state being fulfilled. So when you do the ritual now, after the ritual, you have in your mind that, okay, since I did this ritual, now everything is all right. And now you will start to order your thoughts in that way because of the ritual. Now, all these things can be done without the ritual and the amulet and all these things. It's all about mind control. It's all about controlling your thoughts. It's all about choosing what you want in your mind space, what you desire to think about, what you desire to resonate off of, what you desire to vibrate off of. You see it? Many of I, as I say, we don't really think, we remember thoughts, we remember situations, I'm saying, remember moments that happen in our life. And then we decide to use those moments to dictate future events, And it is so wrong for I to do that. We are limiting ourselves to the past, and we are causing then for the past to reoccur in future events. Yes, right? So all these things, then, we must really pay attention to. Our mind is what is creating everything. And we must stay focused on our mind space. Yes, right? Once the spirit is there, the flesh must follow. You see it, my people. So we do give thanks, for being able to share this knowledge that I have with the eyes then, because I received it through experience, I experience what I speak, you know. And I wanted to say to those them that are going through the lengthened fast, or whichever fast you decide to go through, make sure that your intentions are real. You know what I'm saying? Because I say that to say, you see in the book of Hebrews, it speak about Moses. And it spoke when Moses got the commandments and, the order from the Most High. And that he issued it to the people them according to the flesh and not according to the spirit. Right? So when there was need to be atonement for the sins of the people, every year an atonement is set where sacrifice is made and the shedding of blood is made. And in doing so, every year the sins of the people are brought before their eyes once again. Beside bringing into remembrance the things of the past, beside their former events. And when they dwell on those things, it becomes their future now. Yes, right? So it is written that a new covenant had to be made, a covenant that Christ bring, where there is one sacrifice made and then salvation. Yes, right? Where you atone for your sins one time and then you no longer put those thoughts before you every year or day after day. They are no longer before you. You are now renewed in the mind, having new thoughts. You see it? Now, this is the renewing, this is the rebirth that is being spoken of that is to happen during the lengthened fast. So, the eyes them who is fasting every year to be born again. I commend you. But it seems like there is something lacking. For when you do your 40-day fast and you come off and you're born again, you're transformed, you're a new being, you no longer need to fast. For then the bridegroom has arrived. And when the bridegroom is here, the children of the bride chamber neither fast nor go through any sorts of those things. But if the bridegroom is taken, then shall the children of the bride chamber fast. You see it? So these are the things then that we must really take in mind. Our intent. What is our purpose? Because at the end of the fast, our purpose is supposed to be fulfilled. So if we're seeking to be born again, we're seeking for the Spirit of Christ to arise within us, for us to have that Christ consciousness, that Christ mind. At the end of the fast, we are to have it. And not the same mind that we've been dwelling in before the fast starts. Yes, right. Many who will do it will have somewhat of a clearer mind, but as the world's challenges persist after that, they go right forward to their same way of thinking. Yes, right? And this is the reason why the new covenant was made with Christ, that we no longer go to our former way of thinking. We think anew. We think new thoughts. We create new experiences in our mind space for us to experience, and not that of the old. Changing ourselves from the old man to the new man. You see it? Being a man A true man, a man of imagination, being able to switch states at will. You see it? Yes, I. So these are the things them that we must pay close attention to while we're treading our journey of life. Being true to our word, most of all, that our word may be true to us. Our word is spirit. Our word is life. Our word is light. Our word is our very existence. You see it? And this is what we must realize. Our very existence is calling forth and invoking. You see it? It's an action. It is doing something. That's why it says it's God. It is calling forth and invoking. That is what we're doing. We're calling forth and invoking all the things that we desire in our reality. Those that are in our mind space, we're giving life to it for it to become our experience. Yes, right? So, spirituality and spiritual wickedness and all these things is just taught. Yes, right? As the Egyptians showed us, toward the Atlantean, where it says Anunnaki and some alien being. No. Do not take the surface story. Thought is your very thought that creates reality. It is the thrice born Hermes, the thrice born, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit of truth is thought, light and sound, word. You see it? And this is what we ought to live by. For this is who we are. This is what we are. We are only thoughts. You see it? Thoughts manifested into that which we desire it to be. Our existence of being manifested this body for us to dwell in, for itself, which is us, to dwell in. So now we dwell in the flesh that we have created for ourselves, in the reality, in the world, in the universe that we have made for ourselves, conscious intelligence. And we are the ones them that is navigating and learning and growing within our own consciousness. And there is nothing that exists outside of consciousness. Big man, what go on? Yeah, man. Everything blessed?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're saying that I'm touching the window.
No, tell me you don't go play with no window, yeah? And tell niggas don't play with the window. Because I don't want the window break. So if you do the right thing inside. Okay?
You're saying that that's my fault.
No. Alright, go. What happened?
Shane was touching up the window and the tablet dropped in the water. Because it can tangle.
Alright, okay. Go ahead. Go inside, King. Hexes and spells. With those there, simple psalms could remove any of them, any hex, any spell. You see it? Simple psalms. You see the ordering of your thoughts in the way. You see? So if you feel like someone has spelled you, obia you, just a psalms over yourself. You know what I'm saying? Can't stop that. You know what I'm saying? Most of the times the ritual would help because it's ordering your thoughts in the way. So doing a ritual will most likely help you because it really directs you. Put your thoughts in the way, so that you can have that state fulfilled. Yes, my royal people. So there is nothing to fear when it comes to, evil spirits, evil demons, and then with your, with the negative energy, and clearing your space of negative energy and those things. Remember, whatever you think is what you create, what you manifest. So if you are in an environment where there is negativity all the time, it's because you're harboring negative thoughts all the time. And it's creating that. The thoughts are manifesting in your reality for you to experience it, to experience the same negative thoughts that you're having. You see it? So that's another thing too. So no incense and stuff can't do it. It might do it for a time because you're smelling the fragrance, so you feel like, you could say, well, only love is here, and, your space is clear now because, the fragrance is around. So as far as the fragrance goes, as far as your space is clear. And wherever the fragrance stop is where your space, of clearness or protection stop. So we cannot limit ourselves in no way, shape, or form within creation. You see, there must be no lack or limitations in our creation. No want or needs. We are having all things. You see, for we are all things. So therefore, we are having all things. You see it? Yes, so, yeah, good vibes, Yeah, man, good vibes. We give thanks. Beautiful day. The youths them running and playing and having fun. You know what I'm saying? Life in abundance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Loving and caring and sharing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. The true order of life, Yeah, man. Eating and drinking and being merry. And everything else is vexation, is vanity and vexation of the spirit. Yeah, man. Think about it. Everything other than eating, drinking, and being merry is vanity and vexation of the spirit. Right? So that's why, the wisest of the wise say that eat, drink, and be merry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because that's where life there. That's where life is. In the eating and the drinking and the being merry with one another. Sharing and caring and loving each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Whenever there is a feast, everybody is happy. Everybody is rejoicing. You know what I'm saying? You put a little wine on the table. Oh, my gosh. You know what I'm saying? Now you're hearing shouting. Shouts of joy and splendor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. And that's what life is about. You see? Life is about rejoicing, giving thanks and praises. Sanctifying the Most High that creates all things for I and I. You see? Yeah, man. Give thanks for the royals, them truly, Yeah, man. The eyes, them are truly a blessing to I, Yeah, man. And remember, we do draw to I and I that which we are. You see? So whatever you have around you, be it negative energy, negative people, they are a reflection of you. That is who you are. Like they say, show me a friend, I tell you who you are. It's a real saying. You can only attract those that are like you. Right? The wicked man don't have the righteous around him. Yes, right? And if he have the righteous, is someone who is claiming to be righteous, but is wicked just like him. That's why they are around each other. That's why they're clothed in the same feather. Yes, right? Yeah, man. So the thing's set, So we just got to live correct. Live correct with self. You know what I'm saying? Living by our word and not just by bread alone. You know what I'm saying? Because the eating, the drinking, and the being merry, has to do also with your word. Not just in the food that you eat. You know what I'm saying? In what you're thinking. You know what I'm saying? Because to be merry it has to do in the mind. In the mind space, you're free. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no stress, no limitations, no lack up there. You're free, you're merry, you have fun. You know what I'm saying? You have full joy yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to escape nothing. You know what I'm saying? You have already escaped. You know what I'm saying? And you're settled in your desired haven. Settled there. And that's what it's about. That is the becoming, people. The becoming. You know? Being born again. You know, to each and every eye. You know, as we rise. Yeah, we shine. You see it? And like attract like. You see it? I can only attract that which I am. And nothing else. You see it? Only that which I am, I can attract. Only that which you are, you can attract. So many is calling for true love. And they themselves are not true love. So how then can you attract true love if you are not resonating in the frequency and vibration of true love? You see it, you know? And this is where it's at. And from your resonating there, you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to want, need, or despair. Once you're resonating in true love is attracted to true love. True love draws to true love. You see it. And that is the order of creation. It is the law. The law. You see it. Yeah, man. So, with that, you know, I go and hold firm. Life is beautiful. Life is great. Life is peaceful. You see it. Yeah, man. Life creates, man. The mind, you know. The mind space, you know. Pay very close attention. Because in there, the magic is happening. It's right, and out here we see it. You see it. So the real world is in the mind, in the human imagination, being able to produce new thoughts, new pictures, new situations to experience, and not dwelling in the past, like the teachers that, you know what I'm saying, history repeats itself. History do not repeat itself. People repeat history. Yes, history do not repeat itself. History is what has been done, what has happened, done, and gone. Yes, that is history. Yes, and it's people that is having all those things in remembrance, bringing it before themselves continually, that it exists continually in creation. You see it. You know, so yeah, man, the changing of the mind will do miracles, wondrous and magical things. The more of I and I change in the mind. Yes, right? You will see the whole earth transform. Yes, right? Yes, right? Yeah, man. So pay close attention, I and eyes to the eyes, their mind, especially those out there in Vatican City. You know what I say? Where the city now have no pity. You know what I'm saying? Total violation are going wrong there. Yes, right? Be a distraction. Yeah, man, so much things to have you all thinking about. You know what I'm saying? That you all don't even know what you all true thoughts truly are. Yes, right? So many things that is presented before your eyes, making it so easy for you to dwell on something and not think of something, but dwell on what is before you. Yes, right? And bring back all the memories of the past. You see it? That is the world of mystery Babylon. You know what I'm saying? The world of the system. You know? So we there, cool and easy, you know? Yeah, man, taking it one step at a time, one day at a time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, one breath at a time. You see it? Yes, I royal family, we do give thanks, you know? Yes. You know, so as we continue. So we give thanks. We give thanks for purpose. We give thanks for faith, which is destiny, which is the power within to move mountains, to create, situations, remove obstacles, faith, controlled thought, and that is what we must practice to live by. Every amulet, every charm, every ritual requires controlled thought. And when you ask the reason, it is for direction, directing them in the way of the state fulfilled. Yes, right? All these can be acquired without any outside thing. So you don't have to limit yourself to a ritual. You don't have to limit yourself to a charm or an amulet or to copper or to silver or to the burning of incense or to any such things, for they are all abominations to the eye, the mighty eye of the mind that created those things. It is an abomination to the eye for I and I to bring those things before us, claiming that they have more power than I. You see it? This is what we must over, that we are the very power of creation, of existence. We are the controller. We are the controller. And this we must realize over and over and over again. You sight, my royal people. So as we continue on the lengthened fast, last 2 days, I broke my fast around 3, what I'm saying? And as I said earlier in the video that, last year I fasted the lengthened fast and I was transformed. I was renewed, reborn. I am not the same person that I was before. I don't think the same way. My thought pattern is not the same. Besides, therefore, the bridegroom has arrived, and no longer shall the children of the bride chamber fast, while the bridegroom, which is the eye of the mind, is here. Besides, now the children are the thoughts that dwell in the mind. For when the bridegroom is here, the bride chamber shall be full of rejoicing, full of feasting, full of joy and happiness. And that is what it means to be born again. You no longer have to subject yourself to fasting. You see it? You no longer have to subject your body to sufferation. Like Isaiah 58 say, what the true fast is. You see, the true fast is doing good, not subjecting yourself to sufferation. For it is written, what is the acceptable day of the Lord? Is the acceptable day of the Lord a day of mourning? A day of crying? A day of despair? No. An acceptable day of the Lord is a day of feasting, a day of rejoicing, a day of salvation. That's why the Sabbath is mentioned as the acceptable day of the Lord. For it is the moment in time where your state is fulfilled. So there is rejoicing, there is salvation, there is thanksgiving, there is feasting on the Sabbath day. So it is to be kept holy. So when you enter your 6 days of imagination, working within the mind space in heaven to create the reality that you desire to dwell in. And on your seventh day, which is your Sabbath day, you no longer work. You no longer go into your meditation, into your imagination to create. Now, your imagination is now in the state fulfilled. Everything is already created and done. So now there is rejoicing and salvation, thanksgiving. Because once your state is fulfilled, you will rejoice. There will be thanksgiving. You will call all your friends them and say, come, full joy this with me. My state is filled. And this is what it is. This is the Sabbath, the true Sabbath. So the seventh day is to remind you of what the true Sabbath is. Dwelling in the state fulfilled. You see it? And everyone that is going through the Lenten fast must be born again. You see it? And when you are born again, the bridegroom has come. You see it? So there is a marriage to happen. There is a marriage to be done. You see it? So there is rejoicing and there is feasting and there is the inviting of friends and loved ones. You know what I'm saying? Partying. So let the eyes them Sabbath, which is the eyes them state fulfilled, be of such. You see it? And not dwelling in the past, in past events, in events that happened last year. You see it? Just like what happened on my Earth Strong. I was looking for the year-to-year chalice burning. And this year it not come. Yeah, so it's an eye-opener. It's a renewal. It's a change. It's not the same anymore. You see it? So that is what is showing I, as we reason now, that I am no longer the same. You know what I'm saying? I am a changed being. So what I used to do on my birthday, I don't do it anymore. I am not that same person. And this is what we must over. Our thoughts that we used to think, we think them no more. We are new beings. We are thinking in a different light. You see it? A new light is there now, creating a new sound. You see it? That's why we shall sing a new song to the Most High. For we have received the new light. You see it? Which is the eye of the mind. Which is the new heaven come down. You see it? And the new earth formed. Transformed from the old earth. Transformed from the old way of thinking. Transformed from the old neurological pattern. You see it, my people. So, we're there, giving thanks for yet another beautiful and prosperous day. You know what I'm saying? Being able to share with the eyes them that which I have within. You know what I'm saying? As I give, I'm having. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There is nothing lacking in this world of mine. You know, so to each and every eye, I pray that the eye them have a wonderful Sabbath going through. You know, well, by the time I post it, it will be midnight. So most places the Sabbath will be over. So I pray the eyes them had full joy, the eyes them Sabbath. You know, and in all truth, the Sabbath is a continual thing. Yes, right? That's why it's written in the scripture. It was to the seventh day and unto the eighth day. You know what I'm saying? So it's a continuation of dwelling in your state fulfilled. Yes, right? Till all is made manifest and whole. Yes, right? So, yeah, man. Give thanks again. Royal blessings to each and every household. I pray this video was edifying to each and every eye. And that the eyes them can see, you know? Yeah, see where I and I coming from. You know, more love and blessings. All I am.